For the price of a cup of coffee, join my Patreon. The page includes audio documentaries not available on my YouTube channel. Link below in the description. Thanks for watching. The Beatles' new single Now and Then is set to hit number 1 in the UK charts, something the two previous singles failed to do. Free as a Bird had disappointed the group, peaking at number 2, and Real Love stalled at number 7. Now and Then marks the group's 18th UK number 1, their last being The Ballad of John and Yoko in 1969. The Ballad of John and Yoko being an autobiographical song detailing John Lennon's marriage to Yoko Ono, their famous bed-in, and their demonstration of baggism. Lennon had wrote the song during his honeymoon in Paris. Now and Then was released with the B-side being Love Me Do, their first single, which was released back in 1962. It had peaked at number 17 on the UK charts and featured the B-side, P.S. I Love You. According to the official chart company, Now and Then has done such high numbers, in 2 days it's outsold the top 5 combined. Demand for the vinyl single has been through the roof. The 7 and 12-inch copies have sold out already and are going for twice the price on eBay. A special midnight launch was organised in Liverpool for the single's release. Fans queued into the night to get their copy. First in line was a superfan who changed his name to John Lennon back in 2002. Now and Then was released by the two surviving Beatles, Paul and Ringo, as a tribute to the two deceased members, John and George. John Lennon died in 1980, the victim of an assassination by someone who's not worth mentioning next to the name of John Lennon. Lennon's official cause of death was multiple gunshot wounds. George Harrison succumbed to lung cancer in 2001. He died at a property owned by Paul McCartney in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles. George had previously worked on the song Now and Then with Paul and Ringo back in 1994. The project was abandoned when they began having problems with John's voice and George losing interest in the project. They'd regrouped to release 2 singles at this point. Neither of them hit number 1, and their last effort received little to no radio airplay. Most likely George had lost interest for these reasons. Had Now and Then been completed back in the mid-90s, it surely would not have reached number 1. A day after Now and Then was released, the Beatles' final music video was published on YouTube. It was directed by Peter Jackson, who'd previously directed films such as Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, and the 1987 slapstick comedy Bad Taste. The video features early footage of the band never seen before, which was donated by the group's first drummer Pete Best. Lennon's son Sean and Harrison's widow Olivia also provided footage. Peter Jackson had previously directed the critically acclaimed Get Back documentary, which detailed the group writing what later became Let It Be. A lifelong Beatles fan, Jackson was overwhelmed by the task of making their final music video. He in fact had never made one before. Jackson spoke of, in his words, the sheer terror at the thought of letting everyone down. He didn't know where to start, so he began to listen to the single over and over looking for inspiration. He decided to make the video a mix of sad and funny footage. On completion, Jackson stated he has genuine pride in the finished product. The music video was received warmly by fans. The single had brought them to tears on first listen. The music video had the same effect. Paul McCartney has recently commented on the Now and Then single. He stated he never liked the idea of letting go when someone dies. He went on to say George and John were always in his memory. This is mirrored in the song's chorus, which reads, "Now and then I miss you." Paul finished off by saying, "I remember the Beatles, I remember joy and love, and if people remember us for those things, I'd be very happy." When asked how the Beatles would like to be remembered, Ringo commented, "With love."